Good morning. Today is October 19th, 2024. I'm very, very excited today. This is the first day, opening day of the rifle season in Georgia. I'm going to be hunting today in kind of the northern middle Georgia area. And first of all, I want to show you this. This is what we all need to have before we go out here in the woods. Make sure you have these. That's my Georgia hunting license and tags. So that way, whatever I kill today will be legal. Make sure I call the number and register my kill. I'll do that at the end of the kill if I make a kill today. And today's last night was my first Christmas Eve of the year. I'm like a child at Christmas. The day before opening day, I get all excited. I can't keep my mind off of it. It's just I'm anticipating what's going to happen today. You never know what's going to happen. If you never experienced deer hunting, whitetail deer hunting, I suggest you just give it a try at least once. You never know what to expect. Always expect the unexpected. Also today we have someone on our radar. This guy here is about 7.5 years old. And he eluded me last year, and the year before that, and the year before that, and the year before that. I'm not saying that I'll be able to to get him today, but just to have an encounter with him would be great. I don't know what tricks he has for me. I like to learn from him every year. Last year he had scouts in front of him, and those scouts picked me out, and he was gone. As soon as he showed up, he was gone. So also in Georgia, some things we're gonna need out here. Water, because it's hot. Some scent-away spray. A hunting knife. Sometimes these come in handy. I don't always use them, but sometimes they come in handy. Of course, a good grunt call. Something to stop him and bring him in, or just make him pause to give me the shot that I need. Now, I have 2 trusted companions. This is something I think every hunter needs to have in his arsenal. 30 Winchester. I like the Marlin. I've got a Winchester 94. I don't hunt with it anymore. Too much sentimental value behind it. It was my first hunting rifle ever. And then the one that I plan to take with me in the woods this morning, first thing, is this one, the Mossberg 308. Both of them are tested, tried and true. I've never taken a trophy deer with this rifle yet. Hopefully that will change today. So if you have an opportunity to go out this morning, I wish you the best of luck. Also, don't forget to subscribe and like, and send us those child videos of your child, their first hunt, their first kill, or their first deer. Let us know what they like about the hunt, the tactics that were used, and we will go through those videos, pick out a winner, and the winner gets a $100 gift card to a very popular sporting goods store to add to their hunting arsenal. So, until we tune back in again, good, safe hunting.
7:28 a.m. I just got on stand. Everything's quiet. Squirrels are just starting to move. I'm in a spot where I encountered the big deer last year. It was about an hour and a half or so later than this when he was moving through. I came in this morning, it was dark, but I found a lot of scrapes along the road on the way in, so they've been using this area pretty good. So hopefully we'll get some activity here and make it a chance to get a shot at him. It's kind of thick. It's thicker than it was last year. I've got a different rifle with a pretty heavy bullet, so I'm not really worried about the thickness too much. But I set my chair. I've got a chair. You can't see it from here, but I use a different tactic. I set my hunt chair up about 100 yards to my left over in the thickest part,
All right, hello. We had a very successful and a very pleasant weather opening day. Uh, when I say successful, we had a lot of deer movement opening day. On my way to my hunting property, I spotted probably 40 deer on the way up there beside the road on the interstate. There were lots and lots of deer movement and a lot of success. Went out that morning and hunted one of my favorite stands in White Plains, Georgia, and had an encounter with a doe and a fawn at 8:30 that morning. Now the thing is, I'm thinking outside the box, and I'm trying to get away from the elusiveness of the white-tailed deer. White-tailed deer are a different kind of animal than most people think. They don't just look up, see danger, and then flee and just head for the hills. They're more of elusive. They're just an elusive animal. They know how to use their environment, their hide, their color, everything to camouflage themselves, blend in with the background, and to just sneak past hunters. Now, one thing that they have confirmed is that when you put out a stand, we put out a secondary stand that I went to that afternoon. We put it out at last Saturday, which was a week before opening day. They will locate your stand. That's one thing you have to keep in mind. When you put a stand up, white-tailed deer will locate that stand. Anything that you put in their area that is different and new, they will locate it. So what I did, thinking outside of the box a little bit, I took a hunting chair, one of my favorite hunting chairs, and set it up about 100 yards in front of my stand. Now, what this chair was meant to do was to be a distraction to the whitetail. So when they come into the area, they're gonna see that chair before they see me sitting in the stand. The last time I sat that stand, I had an encounter with one of the bucks that I have on radar, which is an older deer. He's probably 7.5 years old now. But one thing I did not like was that when he hit the opening, as soon as he hit the opening, he immediately spotted me in that tree. I mean, his eyes just went straight to me. Now, what that told me was that he's located the stand, so when he hears strange noises or he hears something approaching, that's gonna be one of the first places that he looks. So what I did, I put this chair out, so that if he came back up that same route or somewhere in that area, that would be the first thing he would spot, would be that chair, and hopefully that would distract him enough that it would give me an opportunity to either get him on camera or to get the shot that I need. And what happened was the first deer in was an old doe and her fawn. And when she came to the top of the hill, she spotted that chair, and immediately she did not like it. She immediately turned to Junior and she said, "Junior, we're not eating here today. We're going across town to the other hardwood area and find some acorns over there." She started stomping. She went around in a circle and she blew a little bit. I grunted at her just to see what she would do. She paused for just a second when I grunted, but then that gave her the thought that there was another deer there, and that deer was in danger too. So what she did was she ran across the road and she just kept blowing as loud as she could, saying, "Whoever you are, come on over here with me, we're safe." She did not like that chair. Now, the other part of it was, as I sat there about 9:30, actually a subordinate buck came through and he was marking, just rubbing trees, making scrapes. He actually rubbed one tree about 20 yards on the left side of the chair, and then he came and rubbed another tree about 25 yards on the right side of the chair, and started making scrapes and all this stuff. And I just watched him, and he was just sneaking through, barely moving. He was very, very cautious. So I told him that he had spotted the chair, but neither of these deer looked up in the stand at me while I was sitting there. So that's something that I'm going to experiment a little bit more with in the future. I'm going to play around with that idea and see if it can just setting up something like that, just a distraction, just something to make them pause where they are and try to figure it out, and give me an extra moment or two to make a decision for a shot. And I will keep you posted on that as far as how it goes. Now, opening day is not just a day to try to harvest a deer, but it's also a day to set the tone for the rest of your season. And what I saw opening day was I saw a lot of sign, I saw deer, I saw activity. I went to the second area that I hunt, and at 5:30 p.m., the deer comes in behind my stand, behind the tree, holds up, stands there for maybe 35, 40 seconds, maybe a minute or so, and he slowly starts to skirt around in the thicket. And while he's in the thicket, he decides to go ahead and make a rub for me. So he starts rubbing trees. I'm watching him rub the trees. I'm watching him do a scrape. The whole time he's got my stand in the corner of his eye. You know, and their vision, see, if we do this, like right here, my hands are out of my sight right now, right about there. That's my peripheral. But a deer peripheral goes all the way around to here. So he was eating, or not eating, but he was making scrapes and rubs, and he kept me in that zone. So that if anything in that area moved, he was going to be out of there. Okay, then about, it was about 30 minutes before dark. Here comes another buck to the back of the tree again. That's how I know they have located this stand, because they're keeping that tree between them and the stand. That's another elusive tactic that whitetails will do. They'll keep an object between them and what they think is potential danger. So they stayed there. He stayed behind that tree, and he was about to come out underneath the stand so I could get a better look at him and possibly get him on video. And a team of armadillos came up from the creek, and they started making all this noise, and he couldn't stand it. He skirted. He didn't run, but he just skirted around and stayed in the thicket, and he followed the trail of the other deer out of there. So what this means is that they are actively getting ready to go into the rut. While we're looking at this activity is going to pick up, because the first 2 weeks of November is always the primary times you want to be out there. That's when I'm going to go to my other tactics of using scents and lures to actually attract them. And the way you use these around that rutting area is to make sure you put enough out that it leaves a good strong scent to tell the buck that there's a hot doe in the area. Now also, we'll combine the grunt call, doe bleat, and early morning. When I'm sitting in the stand early morning, I'll make sure I have these. The first part of the rut in November, you'll have a lot of this going on. And you do that early in the morning. I do it just before daybreak or right at daybreak. And I'll follow it up with some snorts, squeezes, grunts to try to get the attention of a buck, because it's quiet out there then, and that sound travels farther. Also, we'll have this. It's going to be, I'm going to install these over the next week. I've got several of these I'm going to install so that I can keep corn on the ground for them. In Georgia, you can actually hunt over bait now. You can hunt over the corn. So I'll keep that corn on the ground, because the corn is going to make those does move. Does are going to come in to feed the fawns. They're going to come in to feed themselves. And by keeping those does in the area, you're going to attract those bucks into the area. So we also have some success stories. A couple of subscribers have provided me with opening day pictures. One of a 140 class, and the other one is like a 120 class buck that was shot early morning Saturday. That was congratulations to those two hunters. They have fielded tags, and if you look at my post, you'll see the deer that I have on radar. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed and my toes crossed, hoping that they come out and give me the opportunity to join those hunters with filling my buck tags. So also, we want to remind you that we have a video contest for our young hunters. We're looking at 14 and under to send us your videos, your first hunt, your first kill. Tell us what you like about deer hunting. Tell us what your tactics were. And the winner of that contest will receive a $100 gift card from a local sporting goods store. We're going to be taking these videos up until December the 30th, so please subscribe and get those videos in to us so we can get this gift card out. I don't want to spend that gift card. I want to send that gift card. I don't want to spend it, I want to send it. So please subscribe to the channel and give us your likes and give us your comments, and let's get those videos in and let's win that gift card. And until then, happy hunting, and we'll see you next time.